So what's going on, guys? It's Rashad from Technically Autonomous. So in this video, I want to talk about, how do you get in tech? How do you get involved in the tech industry? This is a question I get asked from many different people, whether it's other business people, other professionals, it could be students looking to get involved in the tech space. How do you? So the question is ultimately is one, how do you find it? How do you get a career in tech, or how do you just become a little bit more tech savvy? And we're going to address a few of those topics really quick in this video. So let's start with career. I'm a software engineer by training. I went to school. I went to the University of Illinois, got a degree in computer science, and got a chance to work at several different tech companies, and ultimately and landing where I'm at right now, talking about tech to you guys on YouTube. But nonetheless, how did I get started in tech? So I want to go the route of being a programmer, being an engineer. So I started to teach myself how to code. I bought a book called Web Design for Teens by Manesh Sethi back when I was in high school, back in '09 as a sophomore. And I just started reading that book and started learning web design, basic web design. And that's really how I got started. And I just kept practicing my junior, senior year of high school, ultimately decided to major in computer science, and I went to college, and the rest was history. So that allowed me to get internships and ultimately led me into being a software engineer. But there's many different ways to get in tech. If you want to, as far as the software engineering route, nowadays there's boot camps. A lot of these boot camps are only 6 months, or on average about 6 months, up to even 12 months, where you can learn they'll teach you how to program, in an expedited way. And a lot of people are landing jobs, full-time software engineering jobs, in that manner. But that's one way. That's the software engineering way. That's just my background. But there's many different tech jobs available. First and foremost, start looking for tech companies in your local city if you want to go the job route. There's many different jobs. There's design if you're artistically creative. Of course, UI UX designers work hand in hand with software engineers. Typically, a team, any given product team in a tech company, it's a software engineer, it's a designer, and it's a project manager. So a project manager or someone works in project management or product management typically comes from a background in business, maybe business management, marketing, sales. Sometimes they're entrepreneurs themselves. And a product manager is someone who sort of goes ahead of the engineers and the designers and talk to the customers, talk to the sales teams, talk to the marketing team, and try to figure out what's the best product that we can build for our audience. And they consolidated that information from the different business oriented departments across the company and relay that to the designers and to the engineers to then give us a set of goals and objectives to build for the next 3 weeks, 3 months, etc. And also a product manager rather, engages, do surveys, do customer surveys to try to figure out how to refine and make the best product as possible. Then there's project management, which is more focused on, I guess, a little bit of procurement. They make sure that a product team, has the right budget, that they have all the resources as far as hiring goes, the right amount of money to invest in certain things. So they're just a step above being a project manager, is just a slightly higher, I guess, management level than just being a product manager. And that's that on that. Now, tech companies have openings for many different careers, obviously, other than just engineering. They have sales teams, marketing team, customer support, obviously engineering. There's also quality assurance, QA, where you don't have to be an engineer at all or a designer, but you have to just know how to use software, know what to expect, and you help test out software as they're getting built. So this is another great career that's constantly growing as more tech companies are starting to emerge. Look at the quality assurance engineering. Typically, you don't really need a degree for this, although it's helpful, of course. But it's a great field to get in, and you work alongside engineering. Maybe you might learn how to code just through adjacency. So quality assurance engineer is also great. But like I said, tech companies are just companies. They have legal departments, accounting departments, finance departments. So go look to apply when you're looking for that next career move. Look at a tech company. That's really easy how you break in from a career standpoint. Now, let's cross over to, okay, maybe you don't want to get a career in it. Maybe you want to just understand tech a little bit better. You want to stay on top of trends, of course. Well, we can answer that as well. Maybe you're an entrepreneur running, a non-technical business, but you want to integrate technology and really understand it. So if you're coming from that angle, not necessarily a career, there's many different ways to learn tech, to become more technically savvy. And it's really just how you learn any industry. It's you can first find some blogs, some tech blogs you can find. Mashable is great. TechCrunch is great. I think one of the top 2 tech blogs you can learn from. There's all type of podcasts out there available. There's, of course, books if you want to read them, but there's podcasts, there's newsletters you can follow. You can try to look for some influencers who are in the tech space, like that you can follow on Twitter, and that's really how you just immerse yourself as far as content goes. Follow certain influencers in tech, whatever branch of tech you want to get involved in, whether it's new blockchain or cryptocurrency space. That's hot news these days. Of course, Facebook just did a big rebrand. They're pushing heavily on VR, AR, and so Facebook does a lot. AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning are big fields. So just being aware of the different categories of tech, and just dive in. Fintech, legal tech, marketing tech. So there's different, and healthcare, of course. There's different branches and categories of tech you can find yourself in, and just find out who the influencers are. Find out who all the bloggers are. Find out the podcasts and the YouTube channels, and just really just consume the content. Really, that's really it. Of course, you can buy books. Of course, you can attend conferences. There's all type of Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, Slack channels where this stuff happens. I know for developers, Hacker News is big. Quora is big. You can follow also blogs as well. Like I said, other bloggers like you can follow company blogs. So Facebook has an engineering blog, and they also have other type of blogs. I used to work for Eventbrite. If you want to learn about the event space and the tech space and how the two merge, check out the Eventbrite blog and the different company blogs. Netflix has a blog. Quora has a blog. There's Instagram and Twitter. They have company blogs, and so you can get more insights into that particular industry. So if there's some companies you're interested in, go to their website, scroll way to the bottom of the website in the footer, and start reading their blogs. And lastly, of course, networking with individuals. Send out, invite somebody to coffee one day, or a virtual chat. Reach out on LinkedIn. Of course, leave a comment in our comment section, or any other videos that you watch around tech space. Leave some comments, and start to engage in people on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram, and that's how you. And over time, you will become more knowledgeable about the subject area. Just find yourself in these types of conversations. If you really want a more in-depth deep dive into particular topics, I always recommend a course. If you want to learn more digital marketing, how can you bring your marketing skills, if you're a marketer, into the digital age, take a course. You can find a course on Udemy if you just want a lightweight course, a fast course. They're very low cost and expensive. Just take a course on that for the next 2 to 3 weeks and dive into digital marketing, or how to do sales online, or how to grow a following on Instagram. There's all type of courses available on the internet. And that's really how you get involved in the tech space. If you're looking for a community to join, we have a Technically Autonomous. We have a Tech for Entrepreneurs community. So go over to Facebook and sign up for Tech for Entrepreneurs by Technically Autonomous. I'm going to leave a link in the description, and there you can ask other people questions. You can ask me questions, and we love to have you and have these type of conversations. So if you want a community to join, we have one here. So, but nonetheless, that's how you get involved in the tech space. If you have more questions and comments, of course, leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be putting out more tech-related content, of course. And like I said, join the Tech for Entrepreneurs channel. So with that, stay tuned for the next one.